What's going on, guys? It is I, Primal Thunder. Today, I am here for Season 11, Hidden Gems. Yeah, I'm actually going to be doing a different format for this time. The funny thing about my last, 10 seasons is the fact that I would wait until the very end of a season, record the whole thing at once, and just drop everything to finish the video on time. I noticed that wasn't really a smart strategy. So, now I will actually be doing it in sections. And there's actually a specific reason for that, because starting at the end of this year, I'm going to be a lot more busy. Which leads to my next topic. I have an extremely important announcement that actually might affect my upload schedule. It is the fact that on August 21st, I will be starting college. Yay! So yeah, since I'm going to be busy doing that, I will definitely, most likely, not be uploading as much as I normally do, but that's okay because it's all about my future, and it'll allow me to produce much greater things for the channel. I recently hit 250 million. Why did I just say million? I wish. I recently just hit 250 subscribers, which is 250 more, which I thought I'd get, so I really am thankful. Just thank you guys so much for your support. I really hope to get monetized soon. It'll be kind of nice to be able to make cash doing this. But, yeah. Now, on to the events. Starting off, we have Searching for Gold Research Day, Water Festival 2023, Axew Community Day, Solstice Horizons, Team Go Rocket Takeover, Dark Flames, Pokemon Go 7th Anniversary, Squirtle Community Day Classic, Catching Some Z's, Blaze New Trails, Riolu Hatch Day, Adventure Week 2023, Poliwag Community Day, GoFest 2023, London, England, GoFest 2023, Osaka, Japan, Glittering Garden, Pokemon World Championship 2023, GoFest 2023, New York City, New York, United States, Noxious Swamp, and GoFest 2023. We getting right into it now with Searching for Gold Research Day, with the pros including Caterpie, Magikarp, Nosepass, Sableye, and Barboach were greatly shiny boosted. Some Pokestops would turn gold, which would allow you to earn Gimmighoul coins faster. And there was a timed research available for 1 USD. I think they're trying something new with research days where, since before, during COVID season, they would have timed researches so you don't have to spend Pokestops. Then, during the season of Alola, I think is when they brought it back. Yeah, they started doing Pokestop research to actually make you go out. Now, I guess they're kind of mixing it, but to make a little money too, because in order to actually get the time research, you have to pay. So, I mean, it's Niantic, so. But other than that, though, there wasn't really anything bad with this event. There was a plethora of really nice-looking shinies to go after, and the spawns were pretty good, too. Water Festival of 2023. Pros. The debut of Sandygast, the release of Shiny Clauncher, a global challenge was hosted which required trainers around the world to make 300 million nice throws, the return of Scarf Lapras, the introduction of event-themed spotlight hours, and some spawns were relevant. The only problem with this event is that Sandygast was not spawning in the wild for some reason. I don't know what exactly Niantic was thinking, but Sandygast was not a featured spawn. The only way to get it was through Tier 1 raids or field research. And the task for Sandygast wasn't really necessarily common either, at least not for me. And I couldn't find any Tier 1 raids for Sandygast. I don't really think it was worth it, because I don't really think Palossand is that meta-relevant anyway, but come on, it's a new Pokemon, I want to complete my Pokedex. Axew Community Day. Pros. Axew was greatly shiny boosted. Fracture evolved during event hours, became Haxorus with the exclusive move Breaking Swipe. And Axew was a rare spawn. Yeah, people thought that Axew would never get a Community Day, but those same people said those things about Gible, and look what happened there. Solstice Horizons. Pros. The release of Shiny Fomantis, the introduction of day and nighttime spawns, 2 collection challenges, and Solrock and Lunatone were appearing globally. See, having different spawns for the time of day was, I'm shocked something Niantic haven't done already, because the idea of different Pokemon appearing at different times of day has been a thing since Generation 4. I mean, then again, certain generations after Gen 4 didn't do it, but it existed, so that's something, and that's just a feature that would work so well with Pokemon Go, because, I mean, since it follows real world stuff, it has a constant day and night system. So I'm just surprised they haven't done something like that already. And overall, there was nothing wrong with this event. It had pretty good spawns, and overall, it was decent. I mean, they did kind of have some outrageous times when the event started out, but luckily they fixed it. Team Go Rocket Takeover. Pros. The release of Shiny Pancham, special research, the release of Shadow Shiny Geodude and Shadow Shiny Apom, the debut of Shadow Regirock. Yes, the Shadow Regi trio is complete. We got Registeel during Mythical Wishes, Regice during Rising Heroes, and now for Hidden Gems, we got Regirock. And Frustration was able to be forgotten by Shadow Pokemon. And the 12K eggs got a pretty major glow up. The Pokemon you can get from them stayed the same, but they made the things that a lot of people really want to hatch a lot more common, and I can appreciate that. Absol, Inkay, Skrelp, Skorupi, all of those things that people don't want to hatch are now in the rarest tier. And things that people actually want, like Pawniard, Pancham, Sandile, Salandit, are all much more common. And I'm grateful because I still need female Salandit. And there's nothing wrong with this event. Team Rocket events are usually pretty good, especially if you're able to max out on them. So, yeah, it was nice. Dark Flames. Pros. The debut of Turtonator, the release of Shiny Turtonator. Yes, they pulled a Druddigon on us. The debut of Mega Sableye. This was a surprise because I thought they were going to save Mega Sableye for the next Halloween event. And on top of that, Sableye is now a shiny boosted Pokemon. Sableye was always able to be shiny in the wild because it's a base form Pokemon. It does not have any evolutions or pre-evolutions. But the funny thing is, Sableye is now a Perma Boosted Shiny because it's a Mega Pokemon. And we had a collection challenge, and the funny thing is, spawns on the incense and the collection challenge would be influenced on whether you wanted to focus on dark or fire types. And this can be done by completing stage 1 of the timed research. And Heatran, caught during about hours, got the exclusive move, Magma Storm. So yeah, it's Heatran's signature move. And it's pretty good too. There is nothing wrong with this event. It had a pretty good lineup of event spawns and a new shiny and a new Pokemon on top of that. It was pretty awesome. One could say lit. Okay, I'll stop now. Pokemon Go 7th anniversary. Pros. The debut of Party Hat Wartortle and Party Hat Blastoise. The introduction of Pokestop showcases, the return of Shiny Mew, the return of K-Cat Pikachu, and for every day of the event, the starters from generations 1 through 7 started spawning, and the return of the Party Hat Kanto starters. Cons, nothing in particular. I gotta say, this was actually a lot better than the 6th anniversary. Squirtle Community Day Classic. Pros. Squirtle was greatly shiny boosted. Pokestop Showcase. The return of Sunglasses Squirtle. And Wartortle evolved during event hours became Blastoise with the exclusive move Hydro Cannon. Yeah, a Community Day Classic finally brought something new to the table. I mean, we weren't expecting it because that's not what they're supposed to do. But they pulled through and did, as we had a Pokestop showcase for Squirtle. Other than that, though, there was really nothing wrong with this event. It was a pretty average Community Day for an already above average Community Day. So, overall, it was pretty nice. I finally got Shiny Sunglasses Squirtle, so that's awesome. Catching some Z's. Pros include the debut of Komala, the debut of Nightcap Snorlax, the introduction of the Pokemon Go++, the introduction of utilizing sleep data from Pokemon Sleep in Pokemon Go, and a Pokestop showcase. Cons, nothing in particular. There wasn't really anything too special with this event because it was honestly just a mini event to promote the new Pokemon Sleep, which was a new game coming out at the time. So it was kind of like the new Pokemon Snap event where it was just promoting a new game. There was nothing really too spectacular. I mean, I'm genuinely shocked they introduced Komala globally and didn't make it an Australian regional. That definitely would have made more sense, but yeah. Blaze new trails. Pros. The debut of Zygarde. Yungoos was shiny boosted, yet that shiny still evades me. The introduction of Roots. The introduction of Zygarde cells, and special research. This event had one major con, and that is that Roots weren't rolled out to everybody right away, which made it impossible to pass page 4 of the research for most people when the event first started. I mean, we're literally at the end of the season now, and I still don't have the feature. This is overall just a whole nother can of worms that I'm really not going to get into. Riolu Hatch Day. Pros. Riolu was greatly shiny boosted, introduction of hatch days, and no reduced... Yeah, the only con is that there were no reduced hatch distance. You know, until I'm reading this, I honestly forgot this event even happened. Something I'm probably not going to forget, though, is Adventure Week 2023. Pros include the release of Shiny Tyrunt and Shiny Amora, 4 collection challenges, Pokestop Showcase, and many spawns were relevant. Yeah, there were just so many fossil Pokemon running around, like... If people were still stuck on that one Let's Go Meltan research that requires them to catch Omanyte and Kabuto, yeah, that would be like an impossible task to go through this event without catching at least a few of those. Because they were everywhere. And now that I'm thinking about it, I am genuinely shocked I didn't get a shiny Aerodactyl from this. Cons, nothing in particular. In my opinion, I think this event was a lot better than the 2022 version because at least the Unova and the Kalos fossils were actually spawning in the wild. And you didn't have to rely on eggs and research to hunt the new shinies. Next up, we're actually doing something different because Niantic did something different with these Go Fests. At the same time, we will be covering Go Fest 2023 London, England, and Go Fest 2023 Osaka, Japan. These events, although held in different locations, are exactly the same. The only thing that would be different was your geographical location. And the pros include the release of Shiny Unknown Exclamation Point, Shiny Petilil, and Shiny Dewpider, the debut of Diancie, the debut of Frost Rotom, the debut of Mega Rayquaza and Mega Diancie, the debut of Amethyst Crown Pikachu and Satchel Aerodactyl, unknown D-I-A-M-O-N-N exclamation point were appearing, spelling out the word diamond. Heracross, Durant, and Sigilyph were appearing in places they normally wouldn't. Yeah, I genuinely am shocked that Niantic remembered this Pokemon. Poor Sigilyph. 4 collection challenges. Pumpkaboo is appearing outside of Halloween for the first time, and Lucario can now be shiny in the wild. Yeah. Since we knew that Lucario was going to be shiny in the wild, a lot of people were thinking that this was teasing a debut of Mega Lucario. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. It's kind of a Hitmontop and Tyrogue situation, where they drop shot. Technically, they were both in the game, but you were only able to get it by hatching a shiny Riolu. Now, maybe for a future season, Lucario could potentially be a spawn that you can encounter as shiny. Cons, nothing in particular. I didn't go to these, obviously, but I mean, the people who went look like they have fun. Glittering Garden. Pros. The global release of Shiny Petilil. Pokestop showcases that happened every day of the event. Different Pokemon would appear in parks. And Larvesta was much easier to hatch. Overall, this was kind of an interesting thing that they did, where at around the same time as the in-person Go Fest, they released an event to coincide with said Go Fest that happened worldwide, and one of the shinies that were dropped at Go Fest would be dropped for everybody. This was kind of cool, and I think it was a lot better than what they did last year with just the mini collection challenges. Pokemon World Championships 2023. Pros include, ow, my arm just cracked. The debut of Passimian. The debut of Yokohama Pikachu. The release of Shiny Scraggy. Every single spawn was relevant, and we have a ton of legacy moves. Alolan Sandslash would get Shadow Claw. Machamp would get Payback. Dugong would get Ice Shard and Icy Wind. Walrein would get Powder Snow and Icicle Spear. And Obstagoon would get Obstruct. Basically just past Community Day moves. Except for Dugong. There was nothing wrong with this event. It was pretty solid overall. Again, if you're like into PvP and stuff, then these events are really good for you. GoFest 2023, New York City, New York. Pros include the release of Shiny Golett and Shiny Scralp. Regionals Kangaskhan, Sigilyph, and Heatmor were appearing in a place they normally wouldn't. Unknown DIAMON exclamation point were appearing. 4 collection challenges. Yamask was appearing outside of Halloween. Pawniard was spawning in the wild for the very first time. And everything was greatly shiny boosted. Cons, nothing in particular. Yeah. I wanna wake up in a city that never... No, I'm not gonna sing that. That's copyrighted. Noxious Swamp. Pros. The global release of Shiny Scralp. Time and research had great rewards. 2 times candies. And many spawns were relevant. Cons, nothing in particular. If we really go by the amount of spawns and features this event had, I think the Noxious Swamp event was just the Glittering Garden event, but better. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. No, not that. GoFest 2023. Pros. The release of Shiny Shellos, Shiny Joltik, Shiny Goomy, and Shiny Oranguru. The debut of Pikachu wearing Quartz, Pyrite, Malachite, and Aquamarine crowns. 4 collection challenges. Everything was greatly shiny boosted. The global debut of Diancie and Mega Rayquaza. Regional Pokemon, Heracross, East Sea Shellos, West Sea Shellos, Pachirisu, and Carnivine were appearing globally. Unknown DIAMON were appearing. Yeah, no exclamation point this time. And Cowboy Hat Snorlax was appearing globally. This was honestly really cool, as this could potentially set up a pattern with future GoFests. As who knows, maybe for Global GoFest 2024, we'll get spawns for the Satchel Aerodactyl worldwide, and we'll introduce a new costume Pokemon. And that costume Pokemon will become the global spawn for GoFest 2025. Yeah, this is going to be really cool. Cons, paywall, cause of course. Yeah. Overall, as for what I think of this season, it's definitely better than Rising Heroes. Yeah, it's definitely better than Rising Heroes, let's put it that way. But I feel like it's not really better than the season of Go. In my opinion, GoFest was just too crammed into 1 month. During the season of Go, the hype for GoFest was always there, because all 5 events were all spread out throughout the whole season. This time it didn't really feel that hyped because all the GoFest events were all crammed into just 1 month. Not to mention also, this is a very busy month for a lot of people since, kids are going back to school in a lot of places. And overall, it's just... I just feel like Niantic just should have taken a little more initiative. Don't get me wrong, I had fun playing, but just, I don't know. I just feel like GoFest this year didn't really hit the same as 2021 and 2022 because those years were amazing for GoFest, but I don't know, it's just... GoFest 2020 was also revolutionary because it was the first global GoFest, and they made it global because of the pandemic, and they did it in 2021 because it was still around. And for 2022, they kind of stuck with the global thing so everyone can enjoy it, but they did live events so that people who actually wanted to travel could. So yeah, overall, between the quartet of global GoFests, 2023 is kind of a black sheep in my opinion. It was good, but not really as good as it could have been. But it did have its ups though. First of all, we had Heracross spawning regardless of if you bought a ticket, which was cool. We had super rare regionals off the Incense, being Pachirisu and Carnivine, which would be a dex entry for a lot of people. We had the global spawns for Cowboy Hat Snorlax. And, unfortunately not for the global event, but for the live events, Niantic actually remembered that Sigilith exists. So that's fun. But yeah, overall, this was a pretty fun season. It definitely wasn't as good as others, but it was definitely really fun. And as for Season 12, Adventures Abound, with the potential of a lot of Paldean Pokemon debuting, I'm looking forward to seeing what's in store. Rest in peace, Galar, though, but... Alright, this is Primal Thunder signing off. Again, my upload schedule may be a bit weird because I did just start college, so... Yeah. Bye, guys.